Blast It or Sash It, episode 25. And for those of you who don't speak French, that's episode 25. So we'll go ahead and let's start with our special guest, Ian, from British Geeky Guy. Let's give us your movie quote, man.
Oh, movie quote, yeah. Right. My movie quote is, I swear I'll shoot. Get shot or go up in that thing. What's the difference? This way, you'll be giving your life to save the earth. Haven't you any spirit at all? No.
Oh.
Avengers.
No.
Flash Gordon.
It's an old film. You bastard. He's my friend. It's what he says to Munson before Flash Gordon crashes through the window.
Yes.
Moving on over to Spectacular Spider Grandpa Mike.
What's this about Frenching now? That's not my quote. I was just curious about the whole Frenching thing.
I don't think we do that. That's usually in the off-air chats.
Okay. My movie quote is the code to Mama's chambers is 49436. I know this was an off-the-wall one. I pulled this one out of my ass.
Wow,
the code to Mama's the code to Mama's chambers is 49436.
No, I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
Anybody?
How about you, Jeremy?
I have no idea. I said Wild Wild West.
Big Mama's house.
You're right. It is Big Mama's house. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's from Judge Dredd, 2012 version.
Oh yes, yeah.
Which was
with Carl Urban.
Yep.
Which was far better than the Stallone version.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to Jeremy, aka Trinity Comics. Go ahead.
Okay, so since next week is Thanksgiving, I decided to go ahead and do my a quote from one of my favorite Thanksgiving-related movies. It says, "Excuse me, I understand what you were saying to Natalie was personal. Well, I'm involved with her now, so this is personal too. You hurt her, and I'll hit you so effing hard your dog will bleed, okay?"
Dutch.
Rock and roll, dude. That's it, yes.
I love that movie.
Me too.
And finally, I'll do my quote, Hueys Comics. So, a true story about a fortune cookie. They look Chinese, they sound Chinese, but they are actually an American invention, which is why they are hollow, full of lies, and leave a bad taste in your mouth.
The Last Dragon.
Nope.
Bruce Lee story.
Nope. Mike had something. What do you have? It's
Kick-Ass
a Marvel movie.
Kick-Ass 2.
Nope, it's a Marvel movie.
Damn it.
Oh.
It's the third one in the series.
Iron Man 3?
It is Iron Man 3. It's a Mandarin.
The Mandarin, yeah. Horrible.
Or what
movie.
was the fake Mandarin, or whatever you want to call him in that movie.
Yeah, that was
okay, before we jump into our books, let's check the chat out. Who we got in here? We have, it says 4 viewers. We had 9 just a minute ago. Maybe 5 of them left after my quote. Hooded Heroes in here. Airborne, Aim High Comics, Airborne Stapper. Let's see here. Tats is in here as well. So thanks, guys, for jumping in and watching this tonight. Now we'll go ahead and jump right into our book reviews. And why don't we go to start with you, Ian? What's our first book tonight?
Oh, well, I'll go with the one that everybody's been looking forward to. Well, at least Spider Grandpa's been looking forward to, and that's Thanos.
Thanos!
I kind of found it interesting. It wasn't that bad in art-wise. I thought it was quite good. There was a really weird guy in there that kind of looked like a blue version of Conan, which I thought was quite weird. Yeah, with the spiky hair and that. So, but overall, as a number one, I kind of liked it. I'll see where it goes. I did like the opening sort of couple of boxes where he takes on the vehicle and completely smashes it.
Yeah.
And then he forces that guy to kill himself, which I thought was quite cool as well.
Corvius Glaive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is it? Where's that? I just thought that was really cool. Where he just smashes the vehicle in one hit. I thought that was quite cool. But yeah, I thought the art style was really cool. I enjoyed it. Yeah. But oh yeah, there's the the blue Conan.
What is good in life?
Yeah. And it had Star Fox in it as well.
Yeah, but nobody cares about him.
No, not really. I was half expecting a fox.
That's the next Marvel Collector Corps pop is a Star Fox.
So I'm assuming that's a stash in for you?
Yeah, I'd stash that one. I'm gonna see where it goes at least for a couple of episodes and see how we go.
Okay, moving on to you, Mike.
All right, man. I'm a huge Thanos fan. You know, back in the day, it was the Infinity Gauntlet, and that Infinity Gauntlet story right there is just one of my top stories of all time. Been a Thanos fan ever since. So this book, you know, since Thanos was off, you know, doing his whole Civil War thing, one of his minions, Corvius Glaive, I think his name was, took control of Thanos' army. I think they're called the Black Order or something. And basically, you know, Thanos comes back after, you know, he's the Civil War and says this ain't right, goes to wrecking shit, makes Corvius kill himself and takes his throne back. And we learn a little secret at the end of this book. I'm not going to reveal it right here, but I'm interested. And of course, like BGG said, there is a little back story with Star Fox and some faker from Masters of the Universe or whatever. But I'm going to stash this one. See where, like BGG said, see where it goes. So.
I'll jump in here first real quick, Trinity. Me, I'm going to be opposite of you guys. I really wanted to be good, but it didn't grab my attention. The fight scene, him coming and kicking ass was cool, but other than that, it didn't really get me. And this is probably going to be the only issue I'm picking up of it. The art was pretty cool. I mean, it is cool to see Thanos back in his, you know, I don't know if you call it his prime, but, you know, him kicking butt. You know, I think that's the cool part of it. But other than that, it's actually going to be a blast for me. So, hate to differ from you guys. Jeremy, how about you?
Well, first of all, I want to let everybody know that this is one of the only books that I could read this week because my LCS has been dropping the ball. I just completely don't have any books. I had to start ordering online. So it's going to take a while for them to get here. But I read this one, and they're coming in as somebody that knows nothing about Thanos. I liked it. I liked it a lot. To see him roll up. To see, the only thing I knew about Thanos was that he was rolling up on the chair at the end of the Marvel movies. They was talking about he's coming, you know. And so when they showed him in here, like this is my introduction to Thanos. And he was hardcore when he showed up, just killing everybody. You know, and then that cat that he called the Blue Conan, I have seen him before. He's in that Contest of Champions game they have. That's why he calls himself
the champion of everything, doesn't he, or something?
Yeah, he calls himself the champion because he goes around and like they have like in that game. It's been a while since I played that game, but last time I played it, they had like the collector and all that stuff on there, and you fight him several times on there, I think. And it's like, but it always changes. So it's probably changed by now. But that's where I first saw that dude from. That's why he calls himself the champion.
And you're not a big Marvel guy either, are you, Jeremy?
No, I'm not a big Marvel guy. I like their movies, their books. Just hadn't really impressed me.
Have you? So you've never read the Infinity Gauntlet or any of that?
No.
Oh wow.
No, I haven't
need
read
to
it
check
either.
that out.
Yeah, I should pick. I'm sure there's a trade for it somewhere. Check it out.
Yeah, I need to look into that. Like, one of the other books that I'm reading that I did read, I'm gonna talk about later is a Marvel book. So, but yeah, that's a stash for me. I'll read it online maybe because it's gonna be so hard buying my books from right now. So,
Okay, Mike, why don't you lead us into book number 2?
All right. So let's do. I don't think any of you guys have read. Maybe you, Dave, read Grand Passion.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Okay. Very simple book. Basically, this book is Bonnie and Clyde, where a cop kills Clyde and then falls in love with Bonnie. It's a love at first sight kind of book. The art is good. It is not something I usually pick up, but if I see number 2, I'll probably get it. But other than that, this is a stash for me. I don't know what else to say. It's a very simple story, but it's interesting. So.
But it's set more in our time, yeah, rather than.
Oh yeah. And it's very violent too. Some very violent scenes in here. So.
I think I'm the only other one that picked that up. I agree with you. Simple story. There was an issue that came out last week called Violent Love, which I thought Violent Love was going to be a lot like what this is here. And I think this is far better than Violent Love. Like you said, there is some violence and there's also some pretty graphic sex scenes in there too.
Oh yes, there is.
So be prepared for that. Definitely not a kid's comic. I did enjoy it. It does have that cool kind of aspect of wrong side of the law, right side of the law, and where their love or whatever is going to fit into there. But it definitely is a good book. It's by Dynamite, which is probably a fairly low print run. Dynamite's not known for having a large print run. But I definitely pick up issue 2 to kind of see where it's going, because right now at the end of this issue, they're not even together. The cop and that girl, they're separated, but they're thinking about each other. And it would be kind of cool to see the interaction when they do finally meet up again and how that's going to play out.
Yes.
So I definitely think picking up issue 2 would be worth it. So I'm stashing Grand Passion. Stashing Grand Passion, baby. Let's go with Trinity. How about you? What about a third book for you? What else are you reading this week? I know you didn't get a lot that was on our reading list, but I know you read some other stuff.
I started reading in a trade paperback that I got called The Immortal Iron Fist, and I'm not very far. It's like 490-something pages. I've read like this many, but I'm really liking it so far because I know I've never known nothing about Iron Fist before, so this is kind of like my foray into him, and this is kind of like getting me oriented. And apparently, there's more than this has been out for a while, so I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on it. But there's more than one Iron Fist, and there's not supposed to be but one. But there's this other cat called Orson Randall, I think it is, and he's like from like the 1920s, and like he's lived through like all those wars and stuff. And he was an Iron Fist, and like he's in present day. And he's using the Iron Fist, and it's taken away from Danny Rand, and like it's hurting him and stuff. He's trying to find out where he is. But like in this book, does anybody know if this takes place during the original Civil War? I was hoping Legend would have been on because I know he's pretty knowledgeable about that stuff. Because they keep showing the shield, and like it's searching, like helicopters is like going through, and they say that the agents of shield is going through, and they're like arresting good guys and bad guys. So I didn't know if it was some kind of part of the the Superhuman Registration Act or any of that.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Iron Fist to answer your question. Maybe somebody in the chat might know. What's the story arc again? What's it called?
Immortal Iron Fist. This is just volume 1. There's another volume to it, but it's like volume 1 was like 494 pages. Mm-hmm. So But it's showing like all these different Iron Fists throughout the years, and it's like him talking about becoming Iron Fist, like he's in present day. Somebody like it's a shell company for Hydra is trying to like they tried to go into business and like with his company Rand Incorporated or whatever, but he vetoed it when he found out that they were Hydra. They were a shell company for Hydra. And so now they're just going around and they're buying up stock in all these other different countries and we're basically going to absorb them.
So would you stash that? Would you finish reading that?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to stash it. The main reason I bought it was because with the show coming up, I kind of wanted to get versed in some background. And I think a couple of people have told me that Immortal Iron Fist would be a good place to start. So I'm loving it so far. I really like it.
Cool. Anybody else read that Iron Fist at all? Or any Iron Fist? Anything?
No, I know nothing about Iron Fist.
I only have a couple Iron Fist comics, and that's the unofficial cameo of Sabretooth, which is Iron Fist. Is it Iron Fist, or maybe even be one of the other ones? And then a couple of Iron Fist and Luke Cage. So I don't have very many.
I don't know what somebody asked. Was this story with S.H.I.E.L.D. in it called Choosing Sides? I don't know. I don't even know what year this was, like this storyline came out. I think it might be old, though. Because they talk about, Misty Knight. It shows Misty Knight. They refer to her because Luke Cage is, like, helping him do some stuff. And he's, like, telling him that Misty Knight's done, like, she took the name Heroes for Hire with a couple other people. And they're like rounding up superheroes, or like the unregistered. You're unregistered. So that's what makes me think it took place in the first Civil War storyline.
Okay, moving on. I'll do the next pick, and it is going to be by IDW. It's called Yakuza Demon Killers, issue 1. It kind of started out strong for me, but it didn't. It failed for me, and I don't know. I guess maybe the story's not original enough for me because this is girl, and they're going to a museum trying to steal the sword, and ends up opening a portal to demons, and I'm not sure if the sword is the thing that can kill them or not. It did kind of remind me of. Some of the demons kind of from Silent Hill, the video game, a couple of the demons that are in there. But although it didn't grab me enough to really want me to pick up issue 2, so this one would be a blast for me. Unfortunately, I mean, I said definitely hate picking up these books and then I don't like it. But Yakuza is a blast for me. Who else picked that up?
I did.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, so like you said, a bunch of bank robbers break into a museum, try to steal this sword, and it opens up a portal, and more demons show up, and then there's these Yakuza gang members who are demon hunters, hence the name of the title, Yakuza Demon Hunters or Killers. But this is a blast for me only because I'm so sick of demon books, demon possession, demons coming out of your asshole, and there's demons ever. Can we get some angels in some books? Are there any angel books? So yeah, this is a book. That is true. That is true. But yeah, this book did nothing for me. I'm over the whole demon thing. This was a blast for me.
Anybody else? Did you pick it up, Ian?
No, I didn't pick that one up.
I think you read a lot of books over
this. Yeah, I did,
time.
And that was one I didn't.
As we were getting together our list for tonight, I was asking everybody what they read, and I went to, if you saw the Facebook post that Ian made on our Facebook page, was saying he read 38 books this week, getting prepared for the show, and I said, wouldn't it be easier just to tell us the books you didn't read? That'd be a lot shorter list. So why don't you go and get us started, Ian, on book number, I think it's our 4th book, 5th book? Or how about our next book? You get us started.
Yeah, next one. So I'm really into the Revolutions at the moment. I really like these. I don't know if anybody else is actually into them. So this is the G.I. Joe one. I don't know much about G.I. Joe because over here we had Action Man, which came out last week. So I kind of put these two together to see which one I'd actually like more. The trouble is, the storylines are so different in them, similar but different, that it's hard to distinguish between which one was better. I think the artwork in the Action Man was better than this one, but yeah. But it's basically the world's overrun with aliens, and you've got the Transformers, Mask, G.I. Joe, Action Men, Micronauts. I think there's one other as well, and they're fighting back to try and take the world back. So this one's set in the White House, the Action Man one, and this one's set on a G.I. Joe base that's gone dark, which is basically completely overrun with aliens at this point that they go there. They also find out that one of their characters is actually infected because they look like normal humans. You don't know they're an actual alien until they reveal themselves as such. So, as I said, I don't really know the characters of G.I. Joe that much. This is more of an American series to me. But it turns out that Wild Bill, if you guys know it, turns out that he's an alien.
What?
Yeah, he's an alien. I'll show you in a sec. Where is
He was a helicopter pilot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's an ace pilot. Yeah, you're right. So there he is there, basically shooting Shipwreck, I think his name is.
Oh, shit, my childhood is ruined. Oh.
Yeah. And then later on, so there he is there getting his head a bit splattered there. But later on in the book, because they don't know who's who, so that's what the alien actually looks like.
Oh.
So later on in the book, he gets to the bunker, and he's talking to the guy, a guy that's there still alive, and they can't decide because you can't tell who's the aliens and who's not the aliens. So neither one of them wants to back down. So there they are, there facing off, and he ends up killing him in the end to get to a transformer that's hidden in the base. But I think the artwork's pretty cool. I mean, that's Shipwreck there, and he's all tattooed up. Really cool artwork in this one. But
where's his parrot at? Didn't Shipwreck used to have a parrot?
He does. Yeah. Where is it? I think he leaves it on the submarine because they get shot out of the submarine.
Oh wow.
But where is it? There it is. There. You see that?
Oh, see it. Yep.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm going to collect all of the Revolution ones because I'm a huge Mask fan, a huge Transformers fan, Action Man, G.I. Joe. They're all my childhood. So this is a set that I'm probably going to collect all of them. So for this one was a stats for me, definitely.
Did you get any of the others? Because they're almost done with that.
I've got what have I got? I got Micronauts. I've got the Transformers one. What else have I got? Yeah, Mask, Micronauts, Transformers, the actual Revolution itself. So yeah, I got pretty much most of them. Pretty cool.
That's and guys, if you don't know, that's going to lead up into a Mask ongoing series, and I think Optimus Prime right after this is getting his own book too.
Yeah. It's a really cool series. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, anybody else pick up that book?
I did, but I haven't read it yet.
Oh, I've just ruined the story. Damn, sorry.
It kind of reminds me of the story from the movie The Thing a little bit. You know, nobody knows who's the alien, and they're trying to figure that out. I've only read one of them, and that was one we reviewed. Was that Transformers versus ROM or something? Remember the name of that one, Mike?
Yeah, that same storyline, the whole Revolution thing.
But I haven't wanted to pick up anymore. I haven't got me into it. Although, you know, it's an orgy of all of our childhood toys in one story. Like you said, Mask and Transformers and G.I. Joe. So, I mean, it's definitely appealing to definitely our generation.
Here's one of them right here.
Yeah. I've got this is the artwork for the Action Man one, which I thought was really cool. Really looks awesome, the artwork in this one. I really enjoyed it as well. It just takes, like I said, it takes me so much back to my childhood. This one's it's got Miles Mayhem in it as well. There's Miles Mayhem, and this is the Action Man one, so it's like a bit of everything, bit of Transformers, bit of G.I. Joe, because they're in the Action Man one, they're actually attacking a G.I. Joe base. So, but again, they don't know who's the good guys and who's the bad guys. Then they go see the president, and half the president's team is also bad guys, and there's a dog in it, and the dog can sense who the aliens are.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
I do like the upgrade on Shipwreck. He doesn't look like one of the village people anymore, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, he's all tattooed up. He's really cool.
Yeah. Let's jump into chat before we jump into our next book here. I'm on the wrong little doohickey. Where's my doohickey? There it is.
New people in. Funkoff's in here.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Where's my
Count
chat
von
go?
Strange the Fourth.
Hooded Hero said Justin Byers, who just subbed to me, I think today or yesterday. I was going to give him a shout out later, but I'll go ahead and do one now. He's in the chat. He's asking about Reborn #2. And I think we're going to end up going over that here shortly as well. Tats Comics in here. Again, I got to hang out with him last weekend up at the Eugene Comic-Con, which was really cool. And I plan on going up there after the holidays to go hang out with him some more. Let's see, we got Trinity's in there. Wait, he's in our he's on our panel. What the heck? Okay, so we got looks like 11 watching, or is it? We have 11 watching right now. So
11, yeah, 11.
Let's go ahead and jump into our next book, Mike.
All right, since the uncanny Kyle Walker is in the house, or he was in the house, I'm going to review X-Men Annual #1. Where, if I could find it, well, I'm not going to show it because here it is. I got this awesome Domino cover right here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there is a backup Domino story in this book, and it's really good, along with the story I'm about to tell you guys about. All right, so if you've been following X-Men up to this point, there was a mutant named Elixir. He was killed, I believe, during the Apocalypse Wars just recently, a couple months ago. He was killed by the Dark Riders. They're going around murdering all of the mutants with healing powers, and Elixir happened to be one of those. Magneto's team finds that Elixir's grave is empty. And with the help of Monet, tracks them to the Genoshan ruins, where they find Elixir. He was able to resurrect himself, but they find that his powers have grown, and he could raise the dead now and kill them again. So, and he does that with I forgot what his name was, Gauntlet. I think he kept raising him from the dead and killing him, trying to teach him a lesson. Basically, Elixir asks Magneto to help him figure out his powers, take him somewhere he could do good, and they take him to a crisis medical center dedicated to treating mutants who are suffering from that goddamn Terrigen mists. Elixir starts to cure everyone. Bad shit starts to happen. This was a great book. If Reborn #2 didn't come out, this would have been my pick of the week, actually, right here. And like I said before, the Domino story at the end is good as well. The art is okay. This is a stash for me.
Anybody else pick up that book?
No, my comic shop did offer me it, but I collect the Extraordinary X-Men, so I didn't pick it up.
I didn't grab it either. Jeremy, how about you? You got any more books you're reading this week?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. I will jump into my next book. They're kind of talking about in the chat right now. That's Reborn #2. Still really digging this book. You can't go wrong with Greg Capullo art. And you got the variant cover. And then Mark Millar story. And it's good. I think it's getting even better. Some people said they didn't like it as much as the first issue. I actually like this one a little bit more because it explains a little bit more of what's going on. She was talking about, well, why am I so young? Why am I only 20 years old when I died an old woman in the other world? And her dad was explaining, well, people come in at different ages. We don't know why. And it's cool that their pets from their former life are the people that help keep the people who help them find their people that other people have died, their family members. I thought that was kind of cool too. And how these different people in their lives have taken these different roles in this other world. And it's definitely a kick-ass book, and I think it's definitely my pick of the week by far. So it's definitely stacked for me. Go ahead, Mike.
Totally agree with you. The whole setting kind of felt like Eternia from He-Man. The villains at the end, the cat talking about his testicles, that was hilarious.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
This is some good stuff, guys. If you ain't reading Reborn, I don't know what's wrong with you. I mean, I'm a Marvel guy, and something about this book just does it for me. So yeah, of course, this is a stash. This is my pick of the week.
Didn't he say at the end, are you mad enough? He's like, yeah, I'm mad enough. They did take my testicles. Is that what he says? Something like that at the end, right? Yeah.
It was the chick's cat in the previous life, and he wants to get revenge on her for cutting off his balls when he was a kitten or something.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there, Ian.
No, I'm going to have to pick it up. Sounds pretty cool.
It's awesome. Good stuff.
I have it coming Monday, but just from being Greg Capullo, and I read issue 1, so that's a stash for me. I'm pretty sure it's going to be awesome. I mean, Greg Capullo's like right under Jim Lee for me, so yeah. I actually like that variant cover that somebody else in the community got. A lot of people in the community got that one had that like
the demon head. Thing. Yeah. I like.
Yeah, it looked like it was rising up out of a pool of blood or something.
Yeah, I like this one better. Grandpa and his girls. Yeah. Grandpa loves his women.
Oh, yeah. But see, just look at that, man. Greg Capullo is just on point altogether. Like that art, man. Is
that his cover?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's him.
No.
It looks like
it. It says Rotley. Let me look inside.
But yeah, it is definitely good.
He did. Though. I think the variant that he did do was the devil one. Capullo. I think that's his variant, because the one you got, Dave, the one with the girl on the cover of it.
Yeah, with the little fairy,
the little Tinkerbell looking. Yeah, that's Capullo.
Yeah,
sure.
That is.
That's the regular.
His little signatures down at the bottom.
Yeah, this is a guy named Rotley.
Oh, okay.
Ian, what's our next book?
I will go back to my childhood again, and this is He-Man Thundercats #2. I was a bit hesitant because look at He-Man on the front of this. He looks whack, man. He looks really bad. I don't know what the hell. But overall, I really yeah, that is mental. I just thought this was a really good book. I love the fact that Mumra's kind of ashes, but he's still talking, and I think that's just brilliant. And then to upgrade Skeletor's power so he can hold the sword of He-Man, he actually drinks the ashes of Mumra to gain extra power. But then at the very end, you actually finally get to see the Thundercats appearing on Eternia as well, which is really cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I just thought it was so funny. He was this Mumra in ashes, just talking throughout the comic, saying, you don't want to drink me, I can help you do this, I can help you do that, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, nah, I'm just going to drink you.
And there's this whole big battle between He-Man and
all the
villains, basically.
Yes, from the He-Man villains and the Thundercat villains.
Yeah, great stuff.
And Prince Adam comes back because obviously he hasn't got the sword and he loses his ability to be He-Man and becomes Adam again. After they try and give him a good kicking, but that really doesn't work. She puts a spell on him that makes him super heavy and he sort of buries himself into the ground and then he pops up from the ground and gives him another kick in and stuff. But I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, it's a book that takes me back to my childhood, so definite stash for me. Even with the really bad He-Man on the front.
He just has high cheekbones.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Mike. Oh, sorry, you're not done, Ian?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, what about you?
Oh, yeah, this is a stash for me. Just talking about the cover. There's a lot going on the cover, it looks like. But if you go into detail, I mean, if you zoom up real close, I mean, it's a pretty good cover there. I mean,
some of the characters look amazing on it. Skeletor looks brilliant.
I like Chitaro, of course. She's my favorite. But yeah, we've said enough about this book. This is a stash.
Yeah, I picked it up too. I did think it was funny at the beginning where he's like, "Mama, you can still make yourself hurt given your present condition, but how?" You know, and he's trying to convince him not to drink him, and it was good. Kind of wonder what's going to happen now with Prince Adam now that he's back to himself and now injured from the previous book. But it's almost gives you chills. At the end of the book when you hear or when you read Thundercats. And that's definitely cool, man. I'm digging it, and I can't wait to see how that's going to change. How Lion-O's going to jump in there with his guys and change that. So that's definitely a stash for me as well.
Do you guys? Was this the only cover that you guys saw? I didn't see any variants.
I didn't see any variants. There is variants, though, isn't there? Is it on the inside of the cover?
Is there? I didn't even
think so, but I didn't see any at my local shop. Usually,
I didn't see any on Lone Star when I ordered mine.
Oh no, there isn't. No, doesn't say.
Nah, I don't see any.
They've got a memorial to Steve Dillon at the back.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's in quite a lot of the DC books this month.
So we got Captain Dadpool. He's saying he can hear the voices as he's reading the book. I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Although Prince Adam or He-Man, his voice is a little not masculine enough for me for He-Man.
Oh, come on, David. You know you like my voice.
He-Man, you bumbling fool!
I think Tat's talking about. I hope he gets that put in his pool box. Yeah, it's definitely a pickup. It's only a 6-issue arc too, so this is issue 2 of 6.
Yeah.
We got Daydream to Nightmares in here as well. First time I made it while you guys are live and streaming. No, we have to catch it after fact. Well, welcome. Thank you for jumping in and checking us out live. And see anybody else Comic Quarters in here. AG Surfers jumping in here saying ho. I don't know what he's saying by ho, but maybe he's talking to his brother. I don't know.
Black Star Comics says they have the foil cover. That was an NYCC exclusive though, and I do have that.
Any more other books for you, Mike?
I did pick up Harbinger Renegades. This was a blast for me. I was not familiar with any of these characters other than Faith. I did read the Faith miniseries, but this was a blast for me. It's not even worth my time talking about. Unless you're a Harbinger fan, then I apologize. I did read Amazing Spider-Man 21. I'm not going to go over it because I don't. Oh, BGG did read this.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. If you go into this book looking for Spider-Man, he is not in this book.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, though. Who at Marvel thought it was good to have a Spider-Man book with no Spider-Man?
Well, you got Kane in there.
Yeah, you got Kane.
Yeah, but it says Amazing Spider-Man.
I know.
Well, it's the Amazing
about,
Kane.
yeah, who's infected with a virus.
Yes.
So,
This was halfway decent. Nothing too spectacular. No pun intended. And I did read Silk number 14, which is another clone conspiracy tie-in. Again, nothing worth talking about. There is.
Was it more focused on the clone conspiracy in that?
Yeah. The last story arc, she was in the microverse, which was crap, and this is starting a whole new thing. So this is a good jumping on point. So.
Yeah, I might pick that one up then, because the Amazing Spider-Man was more about the clone conspiracy than it was about the Amazing Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Yes. And this is basic. This book, all this book really is Silk getting on with her life, from, past issues where she was working undercover for the Black Cat and all that mess. So this is a good jumping on point.
Yeah, I might pick that up.
And that's all I read so far, guys.
I know you picked up the Spider-Man. Ian, what's your take on
it? Again, it was completely different than the rest, because I power read all 21. I started on, I think it was number 16 when I started buying them. Then I back bought them, so then I had to get all of them before I could read them. So basically the last 2 days I've spent reading Spider-Man, and I really loved it. I really loved the whole storyline and stuff like that behind it and all that. This one, like Mike said, was a little bit disappointing compared to the rest of it. It was more focused on like the web of spiders, like the web world and stuff, rather than the actual Amazing Spider-Man himself and stuff like that. So yeah, it was all right. Wasn't as thrilling as I was hoping it was going to be, but then they're trying to tie it in, so we'll see how it goes.
They have a Surgeon General's warning on those, right? It says if massive amounts of reading Spider-Man will make you want to jump on the walls and things on top of buildings.
My wall color in this room is actually Spider-Man red. I actually took a Spider-Man down to a special shop. They scanned the color, and then they made the paint for the room as Spider-Man red.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mike's like, why did I think of that?
Speaking of spider people, look what Grandpa got.
Nice. Very nice.
$20. Beautiful shape. Beautiful shape.
Speaking of books where the character isn't actually in the book, Spider-Man number 9. The Miles Morales, no Miles Morales in it, and it's got Venom on the front and no Venom in it either. Really weird. Miles Morales obviously disappeared because at the moment it's still the Civil War. He's apparently killed Captain America, so he's on the run sort of thing and hiding out. I think the very last box you see him on the steps in Washington, but it's all about them looking for him and trying to find him. But again, completely disappointing because he wasn't in it and Venom wasn't in it. Why have Venom on the front if he's nowhere in the book? Unbelievably weird.
Right.
They love to do that with Gwenpool too. Put her on the cover because they know it'll sell, and she's nowhere in the book or even in the story at all.
This is turning into this is like a Marvel
missing in action
because DC don't do that.
I know I picked up one of the books that Ian did read, and that's Jackboot and Iron Hill issue 4. I guess this is the end of the arc. I just read it before the show, and I thought that was a fairly uneventful ending. It was kind of like wham bam, thank you, ma'am, I'm done.
Yeah,
and nothing that really grabbed me to go, wow, that was really good. It just ended abruptly and horribly, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But I mean, only 4 episodes, so it wasn't. The nun died. I was kind of sad about that because no one should kill a nun, man. That's just wrong. But
James Wan.
Pardon?
So tell that to James Wan. If you've seen The Conjuring 2, you get that joke.
But Yeah, I felt the same. It kind of it all led to an ancient story about the clock tower, and you have to bang it to open up a portal to send it back to the such and such. And again, yeah, it kind of disappointed. Even the bell was hanging there in the air when the whole building had been destroyed by the Nazis. So it was kind of a bit uneventful at the end.
Yep. So, unless you really, really love Nazi zombies, I would pass on that whole run. So, some of the books I picked up I haven't read yet this week. Kill or Be Killed #4. I'm digging this one. I think this is only 6 issues for this story arc as well. It's pretty cool so far. Again, it's another demon book, Mike, so you probably wouldn't like it because it'd be coming out your woohoo, you know.
You got demons coming out of your asshole. And
yeah. Cannibal #2. Moonshine #2. And Breaksland #4. I haven't read those 4 books yet this week, so I've got some more reading to do this weekend. Any other books for you, Ian? Any more you want to talk about real quick?
Just a couple. Well, I picked up Serenity. I'm just going to go through what I picked up. So Serenity, Old Man Logan. I think that's the last part of the Ronin storyline. Yes. Suicide Squad #6. Again, I like this. I like the Suicide Squad. Pirates of the Caribbean #2. I kind of like this. It may be a Disney one and one set for kids, but I'm a really huge fan of Pirates of the Caribbean, so I really like the artwork in that. Batman #11. Green Arrow. But the one I do want to talk about is Krampus. This is a one and done. So they're doing a lot of these at the moment where you got one and dones to do with the Evil Dead. So this is I'm going to use. I bought this for my competition entry for the Blast It and Stash It thing, something Christmassy. But I found this to be really, really funny. I guess they intend that on the Evil Dead front as a sort of comedy thing. They brought out, what was it they brought out? There was Evil Dead 2 versus Jack the Ripper, Hitler, Martians, and this one, Krampus. So it's just basically Ash has evolved from his evil hand. So there's a new Ash with both of his hands. And he's having his happy Christmas drink, watching his pornos, because he says he's got a load of skin flicks to watch. And then a really nice woman turns up at his house, saying there's some sort of commotion at her caravan. He goes over there, and it happens to be Krampus. So he then fights Krampus. Turns out they've actually got the same sort of problem, so they sit down and drink it out because they're both misunderstood people. Krampus goes, he basically talks him into doing something completely different. He doesn't have to be this evil Father Christmas. He leaves and he thinks, well, I'm going to go hit on that woman, goes over, and it turns out that she's sleeping with Krampus. So she's kind of fancies the hairy guy. So there she is there.
Typical trailer park drama.
Yeah.
She gets drunk, complains about the boyfriend. The other guy goes to find out about it. They're actually lovers. It's just, you know.
I mean, it turns out that he was a right nasty kid as he was growing up, and Krampus visited him. But apparently, if Krampus visits you, you don't remember it. So he would visit him every year because he was actually that evil. Ash was. And it goes through some of the stuff he did, like super gluing people's bums to toilet seats and other various stuff that he did. But I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was a really good read. And as it's a one and done, it's just a one-shot, so I'm happy with that. And I may even pick up the Jack the Ripper one or the... What was the other one? The Hitler one, just to see how they go.
Does anybody read or watch the Ash versus Evil Dead on Stars?
I'm about halfway through the first series.
Anybody else? Mike, you watch that?
No, I haven't. I want to, though, actually.
I watched the first season. I haven't started watching the second season yet. It's good, though. I don't know about Jeremy. How about you? Have you watched that at all?
No, I like Bruce Campbell and Evil Dead 2, I think, Army of Darkness and all that, but I've never seen the show.
Yeah.
If you like lots of blood, they get covered in it in almost every single episode.
Yeah.
Still on the boomstick, baby.
Okay, so I think that's going to end our comic book portion. We're going to jump into we're going to have a guest host, I think, this week on the Shut Your Funko Mouth. Is that correct, Mike?
That is correct. I'm going to sit back and relax and listen to some Shut Your Funko Mouth, hosted by BGG.
Hey, you haven't done any research this week, have you, Mike?
I don't know nothing.
Okay.
I want you to tell me.
All right. Okay, I'll tell you. So, the first two things I found out was a Winnie the Pooh series. Are you into that, Mike?
I like Tigger.
He's not in there.
I know.
You got Piglet, Eeyore, Roo, Effalump, and there's chase versions of Effalump, and obviously Winnie the Pooh himself. They don't appeal to me, but there is people out there that really do enjoy Winnie the Pooh. Beauty and the Beast.
Winnie the Pooh Pops did not have Tigger, though.
They've already brought out a Tigger Pop in the past, so I'm assuming that's the reason why they haven't. Or maybe at a later date they'll have a chase version, or one of the stores will get an exclusive version of Tigger or something. Along those lines, I would assume. There's 4 Beauty and the Beast pops to do with I think it's the live action film, I guess. I'm not sure.
The one that's coming out, yeah.
Yeah. I think there's 4 of those coming out. Again, not something that I'm really that bothered about. I don't know if you said this last week, Mike, about, there's 3 new Wolverine pops coming out. I know you talked about one. Did you talk about the Weapon X one?
Yes.
Yeah?
Well, you could do it again. You could mention it again.
Oh, I really want that. I really want that one. But yeah, it looks really cool. With his helmet on, that looked really cool. So, Smuggler's Bounty, for those people that get Smuggler's Bounty, awesome pop coming up. I don't want to spoil it for you, but Funko has pretty much spoiled it for everybody anyway. But it's Han Solo riding a Tauntaun, which I think looks amazing. I've heard that obviously Funko, their boxes are not doing so well, and they're trying to up their game as such. But again, with the Star Wars box, I was saying this before the show, the Star Wars box and the DC box, because they don't ship internationally, they're basically cutting their market in half, purely on that alone. So that's why they're not going to make money on those boxes.
To me, it seems weird that they would ship the other ones over there and not the Star Wars.
I think they lose money shipping it to the UK and outside.
They might. It may be something with the licensing, like a restriction or something. I don't know.
Well, they say that, but it's Disney, isn't it? And Disney own Marvel, Disney own Star Wars, so I can't see it being a problem. Yeah, I've seen that, Mike. So, Black Friday deals that are coming up. You've got the GameStop Black Friday box, which apparently has various characters in it. I think they're Dragon Ball Z characters, and a metallic yellow Ranger. There's also a gold pop that's in there as well. And I think that each box is getting a pop vinyl of a rock candy of Enchantress. I'm hoping that's the case because I want one of those.
I think I saw a pink Mega Man in one of them too. Yeah,
Mega Man. That's right. Yeah, Mega Man. I think there's a Noir Mega Man as well, a black and white one or something as well.
Yeah.
Hot Topic are getting a gold BB-8 for Black Friday.
That looks pretty sweet.
That looks pretty cool. I want that. It's in a dome and everything. It doesn't come off its base, but it's got a dome and it looks awesome.
In the picture I saw, it looked like it was kind of like decorated funny too. Like it was like I don't know. It's kind of like it was like a more like a elegant looking.
It looks really sweet. I'm assuming it's in a 6-inch box, but it's the first black box I've seen for a pop, so it looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's something like $20 if you buy it on Black Friday, and then it goes up to something like $35 or $36 after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I assume they'll be keeping them because I'm not buying
one. South Park are getting some pops finally.
Oh shit! No way! I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's six pops. So you got like the main characters. Ike, and there's a zombie Hot Topic zombie Kenny.
Yeah.
God damn
Keep your eyes out for that. What else we got?
That show's perfect for Pops, too.
Yeah, Cartman would make a really cool pop.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have a stealth Spider-Man, which has just been announced in Hot Topic. I've not seen any glam shots of it yet, but I'm looking forward to trying to get that one. Are you a Supernatural fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a Dean holding a blade, which I'm assuming is the first blade.
Oh, yeah.
That's apparently coming out for Christmas. There's also a pink, red, and Rita Repulsa metallic pops coming out from Hot Topic, which is pretty cool. The Rangers, Power Rangers. An invisible Harry Potter. And
shit.
Yeah, with it, he's got like his invisible cloak.
Is it just going to be an empty box?
Possibly. That would be quite funny though, selling air.
Yeah.
For the anime fans, there's Death Note pops coming out. A flocked Bambi as well.
That'd be cool.
And then some rock candies of the superhero girls, which I assume Mike likes. Yeah.
I actually have all 4 of those pre-ordered. And there's actually a Hot Topic exclusive Spider-Gwen with her mask on, I think.
Okay. There's Harley, Poison Ivy, Wonder Woman, and Bumblebee are the 4 that's coming out. And then there's 3 different new Batmans. Again, more Batmans. There's an Earth 1 classic and a Super Friends Batman. Whatever the hell Super Friends Batman is.
I actually just, a buddy of mine picked me up the Earth 1 last night.
Yeah. They're all sort of different posed, more dynamic. Their cloaks are more flowing in the wind rather than just straight down. They're really playing the fact that they can now make action-y poses. So now they're going to do another 50,000 Batmans with different action poses.
I saw that Earth 1 had kind of like the little menacing-looking little eyebrows.
The Earth 1, the Earth 1 kind of has his brows a bit down, and he's kind of got his hand out. He's the only one that's actually standing in an action pose. Whereas the Super Friends one is the blue version, just with his hands by his side, and then the Batman Classic is just again a black version of it. So, and that's about it for Funko stuff. A lot to cover and quite quickly.
Does anybody have any other Funkos they picked up this week they wanted to share?
Oh, yeah, I did. I picked up a Vault Boy that came this morning, which is my gold Vault Boy. Very cool. Got this from Forbidden Planet, so I'm well happy about that. And I got Cosmos a couple of days ago.
Nice.
Doesn't have the sticker, though, which is really annoying. That specialty series sticker. Very annoying. But I think it's cool because the head actually bobbles, but the helmet stays still. So
cool.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I picked up this week. I've got Daryl on his bike coming soon. I got that for 15 quid, so I was quite happy about that.
You mean Daryl and
Daryl Dixon, Walking Dead.
Daryl and Dwight's bike?
Yeah. So, and then I've just sorted out my pops that I'm going to get signed tomorrow. So, well, today. So Cletus.
Oh wow!
It's a really cool pop. I found out that Bosk, the guy who played Bosk, is actually going. So I'm going to get that signed tomorrow. And of course,
nice.
My childhood hero, Sam Jones himself, is going to be there. So I'm going to get that signed tomorrow. So really looking forward to that. Which is actually going to be in 3 hours and counting.
Not
when
going
I'm
to
going to be leaving. No sleep. But yeah, this is a vaulted pop, so this is quite an expensive pop, which is why it's in a pop protector. So getting this signed just adds to the value. And then I'm going to try and get another flash tomorrow because Mike wants one signed, and I'm going to try and get one for Mike, which is going to be cool if I can pick one up and make him happy for Christmas. And that's it for my pop news.
Well,
or you could send me a headless Herschel for Christmas. Either way.
Yeah. If I get one, I'll send it your way. If Pop in a Box sends me one, you can have it.
Yeah. All right.
you had no new Funkos this week?
I actually have two. One I bought. I actually treated myself on Veterans Day and ordered this from Jesus Christ.
Really?
It doesn't matter where
You
I
ordered
old.
it from Jesus Christ himself. Damn. This
got
better
it.
be
I did.
It's the Virgin Mary.
I'm, speaking of that, not to get into religion or anything, I'm surprised they don't have religious Jesus and Mary and all them, but that's a whole nother video. I did pick up the Captain Marvel mask. There was a promo code for Clark Toys, and I used it for Veterans Day, and got myself this real cheap. And then I had an awesome act of kindness. Some of you may have already seen the video, and that was from Airborne Sapper. Thank you, Airborne, for my metallic Colossus, the way he should have been done in the first place.
Yeah,
That is awesome. I love that one.
It's one of my top 5 favorite pops right now. So, and that's all I got.
How about you, Jeremy? Anything new in the Funko world?
Yeah, I got those pops I got from Mike. I can't get to them right now, but I got that Thunderbolts Punisher and the Venom, and I did an unboxing of it today. This is my Catwoman from the DC Legion of Collectors.
Disappointing.
Yeah,
Legion of Collectors. A bloody hat and a mug. What the hell were they thinking?
I don't know, man. It's the hat, I like the design of it, but it doesn't even fit my head, and I don't really wear hats. But but still, the hat is such a thing that it's just kind of like it's kind of subject to if it fits your head or not,
Yeah.
So
I was so disappointed with the Star Wars, the Spider-Man box when they sent a hat instead of a T-shirt. I was gutted.
Yep. I'm the same way I was with that and with this one. I don't really like the hats. To be honest with you, it's not that it's a flat bill. I don't really wear flat bill hats. But it's just they don't even fit my head. They look like they come to about this far down on my head, and then like they poke up.
Yeah,
it looks like a top hat on me. So
I too have a big head, and hats don't fit me properly, and I hate it. So my 2 Funkos I actually got from Mike. I just got them yesterday. I didn't do an unboxing. I did post a picture on.
Hold on.
Yes,
Who
sir.
is this Mike guy? Who is this Mike guy?
I'm sorry. From Grandpa, Spectacular Spider. Sorry.
AKA in my southern accent, Spider Pawpaw.
Fuck, you're left out, man.
Since
Fuck, you're left
Jeremy
out.
Docker
Pretty
showed me
evil.
this. That's the Thunderbolts Punisher.
Yeah, that's
And,
what I got.
and this is the one I was super excited about because it finished up the 4-part one, and that's Taskmaster. I actually love him. The skull, I love it. I absolutely love it. And they said it finishes up that 4 collection. I don't know what you want to call it, 4-part collection. But I hate that these are not numbered numerically. 79, 107, 109, 124. Dude, that kills my OCD and wrecks it completely. Where this one is 79, 80, 81, and 82.
Yes, but that's not the same Punisher on the back.
It's not?
No, that Punisher is the original.
It's not. I have that one, though.
Yeah, it's the black and white one.
Okay, that's all I got for Funko from Spectacular Spider Grandpa. And what do we need to do now, Mike?
I feel gutted, man.
Shut your Funko mouth. And if anybody was wondering, Midwest Comic Man is still looking for that Iron Spider if anybody sees it.
I'll definitely look. I have one Iron Spider. I'll see if I can find. My Walgreens is horrible about having anything in stock, but I'll check mine out too.
Yeah.
Anybody else see anything else? No.
Only if anybody does find the gold BB-8, or they get more than one of the GameStop Black Friday boxes and they have the Enchantress pop, the rock candy, and they get more than one of those, I will pay for the shipping and the cost of buying it. Just hit me up with a message on Facebook or something and we'll sort something out. Because I want them badly.
And then now as we're done with the Funko talk, we'll jump in with Trinity and his comic book movie corner. That was called
Trinity Superhero Cinema. And
that's what we got.
We've got some breaking news tonight. Okay, an article from The Wrap today dropped the bombshell on us that a member of the Green Lantern Corps, you heard it right, the Green Lantern Corps, will appear in the Justice League movie, though not confirmed by anyone associated with the movie like Zack Snyder or any of those. It does seem likely since he is the only member of the Justice League that hasn't been seen. And if you remember when they first announced the Justice League movie and they started showing Jason Momoa as Aquaman, they had the tagline on it, Unite the Seven. And we've only seen 6. Okay? And has everybody here seen Batman versus Superman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm about to get into a spoiler for Batman versus Superman, but I'm gonna give you my prediction. I told Mike this in the private chat. Last time I gave a prediction, the Cubs won the World Series. So this is my prediction. All right, if you go back and watch Batman versus Superman, at the end of Superman's funeral, there's the jets flying over, and then one jet breaks off and flies straight up in the air. And a lot of people were saying when it first happened that's just an Air Force thing. They do that to show, like, I don't know why they do it, but that's what they were saying. But then it happens again in Suicide Squad. They showed the exact same scene, and it's like prevalent. You see the jet break off and fly straight up into the air. I think toward the end of the Justice League, Hal Jordan is going to appear and tell them that Darkseid is coming. Because in the article that they mentioned this in, they say that a member of the Green Lantern Corps shows up in a key sequence, which to me either says post-credit scene or very end of the movie, kind of thing, like Hal Jordan shows up. And one thing that I read today was saying that Colin Farrell has been cast for the movie, but nobody knows what he's going to be. I'm going to start praying tonight that he's not Hal Jordan. So, but then the next bit we get is Willem Dafoe had told some reporters that he will have a significant role in the upcoming Aquaman movie after revealing he will be playing Vulko in the Justice League movie. Now that leads me to think that since he's playing Vulko and he's going to have a big role in the Aquaman movie, they might be going with Throne of Atlantis. And if you've read the New 52 line of Throne of Atlantis, that is an awesome, if not, you need to go back and read that. It's pretty much our world at war with the Atlanteans, and some awesome stuff happens. So, and then we got, apparently, Newswire is reporting that the CW is developing a non-DC comic book show based on Valiant Comics' Dr. Mirage. I know nothing about the comic, but, some people, if anybody knows anything about it, can let us know. And we got some set photos showing Luke Cage meeting up with members of the Defenders. And Mike, you might want to pay attention to this one right here. Reports are now saying that we will be getting the first trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming next month when Rogue One hits theaters.
Oh, shit.
So I know we will have to show that when we're on here. They're doing a reboot.
I guess I have to go see Rogue One now.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. They make you go see them horrible movies, horrible Star Wars movies, just to see a trailer. But the Green Hornet is getting an edgy reboot after the horrible one that was the reboot that had Seth Rogen in it.
Yeah. Seth Rogen.
Wasn't
stoner.
It wasn't great, but it was, it was all right. I guess you could say it was all right. It wasn't my thing, but I always, it's kind of hard to top Bruce Lee being Kato, though. And
I like
then
the
we have a
car.
trailer. Yeah, the car. We have a trailer for the Justice League Dark animated movie that dropped this week. It also apparently is going to be getting an R rating for disturbing violence. Now, we have that trailer here tonight, so we're going to be watching that. So, Dave, whenever you're ready, just roll that trailer.
Okay. Let me get it up. Well, that sounded so bad.
Yeah, I was like,
It's not that kind of show. Seriously, I swear.
abort mission, abort mission.
While he
Someone's
gets it
saying
up,
that
while he gets it up,
Guy
I'm
Gardner.
gonna play with my Hulk.
Uh-oh.
You're a 6-inch hulking Bane. Okay. You guys see that? Okay, is it on just a single screen?
Yeah, I got it.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna plug my mic in.
These crimes were committed by law-abiding citizens.
They all have seen nightmare visions beforehand. The same pattern is repeating around the world, so there could be an overriding paranormal element.
You're talking about magic? Then we have to find John Constantine. Into the house! Dream Team! You, me, Zatanna, Batman, maybe even the Justice League. Let's take a walk on the dark side then. Swamp Thing! Death threats the green. Traga magnifique.
Let's do this.
Look it up.
Your life is a patchwork of blackness with no time for joy. How do you cope with it?
I have a butler.
I have a butler.
So that's not even going to be in the theaters. It's just straight to DVD
Yeah.
release.
Oh, I have some. It's I don't know. It has problems for me. Like, the guy that's voicing Batman, even though he's been in the voice of many others, he's the director of Shield and Agents of Shield right now. So I don't know. It's going to be pretty cool, I guess. I'll give it a try. I started reading the comics and I wasn't really impressed by that, but they got Matt Ryan to come back and do John Constantine, which that'll get me to watch it right there. And got two more things to talk about. Let's see. There's some news we missed last week. DC is making a Young Justice season 3. Apparently, it's been. I haven't even seen one episode of it. A lot of people are hyped up about that. And Suicide Squad's extended cut released on digital this week on iTunes. I did buy it. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it. But a lot of people are saying it's a lot like a little bit more Joker and a Harley stuff in there, but that's pretty much all that changes. So I'll try to give it a watch for next week's show and tell y'all what I think about it. But
Okay. Any more news, or is that all you got?
there is some news that I did miss. I just saw this right before the show started that they were doing a Crow reboot, and then the company that was behind all it, like they had to go bankrupt or something, and some other company bought it up. Jason Momoa was supposed to be playing Eric Draven, but I don't think that would work because Jason Momoa is like such a big, hulking guy. Like I keep using that word, David. I know you're gonna make fun of me for it. But
hey, I'm good. I'm not saying that.
he's just like such a menacing guy that you wouldn't really see him as in that role. Like Brandon Lee fit that perfect because he was like a normal guy that you could see getting beat up by a bunch of guys and then getting killed. But Jason Momoa looks like he could take on 12 people by himself. I mean, he's called Drogo. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't want to see a reboot of The Crow. I think they should leave it alone.
I don't either. I think they should
leave it alone.
It's being plagued by like setbacks, and I was actually watching a Collider video. I was talking about this right before we went on. We got on here. They was talking about all the stuff that's happened. Like the director's supposed to be leaving. This is like Jason Momoa was like the 4th or 5th person that was attached to play it. They went through Tom Hiddleston, like all kind of other people that was supposed to be in it. And it just keeps getting. I just think they just need to leave it alone because the original one. There's nothing wrong with it. Now 2 and 3, the direct-to-DVD ones, you could go, make a better sequel to it, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think we needed a sequel. I just think leave the series alone.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Let the original hold its own weight.
It does, and it so does.
Yeah.
The only movie news I've got is I don't know if people are into the anime, but the live anime version of Ghost in the Shell looks freaking awesome. I mean, that looks absolutely amazing. I've seen like clip for clip, so you had like the movie and then the cartoon version of it, and they try and do the action exactly identical. It looks absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to seeing that.
Now, wasn't there a lot of controversy behind that because it wasn't an Asian person cast as the lead?
Maybe, but who's going to complain when it's Scarlett Johansson?
Look, I'm going to tell you this. People will complain because when they came out and cast that cat as Daniel Rand and Iron Fist, there was people complaining that they had a white guy playing Iron Fist. They were claiming racism.
But it's a white guy in the series.
Yeah, and I'm like, have you even read an Iron Fist comic book? He is white. You know what I'm saying?
He is?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so if that's going to wrap up our Trinity, I keep get
Superhero cinema.
Superhero cinema. Thank you, sir. Mike has a code for us. I think Ian may have one or two as well. Do you have any questions or whatever Ian set up for your codes?
No, I didn't think about questions. I just
okay. So we'll let Mike go first, and then I guess you can think about one or two or whatever you want to do, or if you want to throw the code just in the chat, the first person to get it, it's up to you how you want to give that away. So we'll start with Mike.
All right, guys. Any horror fans out there, this is where it all started right here with these guys. My favorite personally being Creature of the Black Lagoon, and of course I want to share that with you. The Creature of the Black Lagoon came out in 1954. First one in the chat, who could tell me who the president of the United States was in 1954? I will send you this code. And go.
And that movie right there, I talked about it before, is the reason why I have to wear water socks when I'm in the Waters Lake at scout camp, because I'm always afraid that the Creature of the Black Lagoon's grabbing my foot. When that little piece of weed grabs around, I scream like a little girl, and all my scouts laugh at me. So, let's see who. Do you know the answer, Mike? Because I don't know the answer off the top of my head.
Yes, I do.
Captain Dadpool says Eisenhower.
And Captain Dadpool is correct.
Okay, so Captain Dadpool is the winner of Creature from the Black Lagoon download code. And we'll jump into Ian. Are you ready for any of yours?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do questions.
Okay, hold on. Dadpool said give it to the next person, and that would be Daydreams and Nightmares.
Okay.
He just wanted to get in there and answer.
That's what I do. I like to answer the questions. I don't necessarily want to win the prize. I just like answering the questions.
I think that's right up Daydreams and Nightmares alley, that kind of horror movie.
I've never once seen it, so I couldn't tell if it's any good or not.
Okay. So I'm going to give away the code for Expendables 3. It was okay film, to be honest. What do I do?
Whatever you want to do. If you want to throw it in the chat, or if you want to come up with a quick question.
In the Blast It and Stash It Facebook page, who was the winner of the sexiest guy on the Blast It and Stash It?
That's a loaded question.
Oh, shit.
There was some controversy behind that.
Really?
It got taken down.
Really? Okay, so I think it was something else then.
No, that's fine. We'll see if they answer. And Rebel Comics said Dave. As far as I knew, that was correct. I was one up on Rob, but I don't know.
That's what I saw.
The question should have been who got the least votes, which would be Trinity.
So Rebel Comics got that
myself.
So Rebel, which one? Sorry, Rebel Comics and Gaming.
Rebel Comics.
That's correct.
Okay. And I got another code. This one's for Kingsman Secret Service. This is a really good film. If you haven't seen it, this is one to watch. So look for this one. What does it say on Mike's hat?
What's that?
What does it say on Mike's hat?
Can I enter this?
If you want to go for it, go for it.
I didn't even pay attention to Mike's hat.
I'm gonna let everybody else try to answer it.
Dadpool won. Dadpool got it.
And he's probably let's see if he takes it.
Pardon?
I don't know, he gave the last one
Oh
away.
yeah, he likes to answer and then pass it away. Is he keeping it this time?
Funk off got it second. Okay, so Daydream said you can message me through YouTube or my Facebook page. Cat Dadpool says he'll take it.
Take it. Cool. Yeah, just message me on Facebook. I'm on the Blast and Stash It page, and I'll give you the codes. So let me just write down who won which. As
far as I know, they're making a Kingsman 2.
I think so, yeah. It was a really good film, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did.
I actually love that movie.
They are making that. I haven't heard any more on it, but they are making it.
I just love the fact that the bad guy is so afraid of blood. I just think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And Captain Dadpool.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, when you send me a message, tell me who you are, because I'm assuming Captain Dadpool isn't his name on Facebook. And I'm assuming
Kyle on Facebook.
Yeah.
Kyle. And I'm assuming Rebel Comics and Gaming isn't his name on Facebook either. So when you message me, then I'll give you it.
Yeah.
That's cool. One thing too that kind of confused me sometimes on Facebook page. It's like, who are these guys on YouTube? What's their screen name on YouTube? Because I necessarily don't know them on Facebook by their real name. So,
and guys, for future reference, if I'm on any other shows, I've got still another 5 to give away.
I revealed Captain Dadpool's secret identity. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to crowdsource and a question that I have. I want to see what you guys think and what people in the chat think. Okay, if they do put Green Lantern in the Justice League movie, who would you have playing?
Jessica Cruz.
No, I'm talking about Hal Jordan.
Oh, talking about Hal Jordan. Okay. Ooh, man.
But they did just say the article just. The article just said a member of the Green Lantern Corps, so it could be somebody other than Hal, and then Hal show up in Justice League 2. But because somebody did say one time before that Green Lantern wasn't going to show up in the Justice League 2, but now they're saying a member of the Green Lantern Corps is going to show up in a key sequence on Justice League.
That's one I definitely have to stop and try to think about if it's Hal Jordan. We're talking about Hal Jordan, not John Stewart or Guy Gardner.
The great legend in the house talking about John Stewart. Alex Comic Corner. I like Chris Pine, but my choice is
DeVito. No, DeVito.
I think Jensen Ackles could nail that.
Or Al Pacino. Hoo-ah!
Yeah.
Hoo-ah!
Okay, now if y'all are while y'all chewing on that one, here's I got to thinking. I asked y'all this a while back in the chat, just to blast their stash, just us. But I want to see what everybody else thinks. If they put Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl in the Batman movie, who do you want to play it? This is my pick: Joseph Gordon-Levitt for Nightwing. Because in Dark Knight Rises, I think it was toward the end of that one, he was. I think it was Dark Knight Rises. He was They kind of alluded to that he was Dick Grayson, or that he was Nightwing, or that he was, or something like that. If I remember, I think he would be a good Dick Grayson, and I think this actor named Ryan Potter. He made a fight sequence scene that showed that he wanted to be. I can't think of the cat's name. The other one. Oh man, it's slipping my mind. The other Robin, not Jason Todd, but somebody help me here. I'm
not
thinking.
Dick Grayson, not Jason Todd. It's
Well, it just died.
The Red Robin guy?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. Tim Drake, thank you.
Tim Drake, yeah, that's it. Tim Drake.
Christ.
Yeah, you're right. We was all having brain farts.
And
But
this
my
is our
pick
last show because apparently we know nothing.
I would love to see Damian Wayne Legend. I honestly really would, because I love Damian Wayne. Nobody else seems to like him. They all think he's a jerk, but I like him. But he just doesn't fit in the where they at in the movie universe. So, and if you say Alicia, Alex the Comic Quarter said Alicia Silverstone, we're going to put you in timeout. This is not a Tim Burton Batman movie. I say Piper Perabo from Coyote Ugly, or Emily Blunt.
I think she's probably a little bit. I'm not saying she's old, but now she's probably close to 40 now, right? I think they want to cast somebody a little bit younger.
Piper Perabo?
Yeah.
No, she's like in her 30s, I think.
Is she?
It don't matter. She's still hot, like very hot.
Alicia Silverstone almost ruined my marriage.
That's the title of my next book.
I actually turned around and said, while my wife was carrying my son, God, she's sexy in that suit, and I could not live that down for many, many months.
Great Legend said he meant to say Damon Wayans. We definitely putting you in timeout. We ain't having no more money.
Nope. Piper Perabo just turned 40 on Halloween.
Well, she's still smoking hot, so she could pull it off. I don't know. I don't know who else. Emily Blunt's a lot older too, though. But I'm just trying to think of somebody that still got that physique, that real hotness kind of to them, but they could pull off the action stuff. And I know Piper Perabo was in a show on I think it was on USA Network, Covert Affairs or something like that. She was a spy. She did a lot of that. That.
I'd go with Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
She might be able to pull that off.
Heather Graham will be hot at 100. Salma Hayek for Batgirl?
She's a little bit old, I think.
She's not right at all.
I can see Salma Hayek more as a Catwoman.
Yeah. Well, Salma Hayek.
There's a really good choice for Batgirl. What's her name? Damn it. She played in Zombieland.
Punisher 88 just said Kid
Emma
Harington.
Stone, yeah. So Emma Stone would be awesome Batgirl, I think.
Emma Stone, she was Gwen Stacy.
Well,
Betty White.
She was.
Great Legend says Betty White.
I vote for Betty White.
I want to see the geriatric Batgirl we've all been wanting.
Punisher 88 says Kid Harington for Nightwing. And I don't know who, Adrienne Palicki. I don't know who that is, but Kid Harington for Nightwing is a go. Jon Snow, Please, God, no Beyonce. Fuck off this Beyonce.
It doesn't matter
We're
who.
going into uncharted territory.
It doesn't matter who they choose because you know DC will fuck up the film.
Hey.
Oh,
Have you
hell.
not seen the trailer for Wonder Woman?
I'm sorry, they just will. They do it. I mean, you look at the track record of DC's films. Not good.
Yeah, but
Not
Jeff
good.
Johns is in charge now.
We'll see.
Hashtag that shit. Hashtag the shit. All old people matter. Great legend. I love you, brother. Hashtag that. All old people matter.
I love the way he puts Mike at the end. All old people matter, Mike.
But also,
I love
back to your statement about DC would mess it up. You go back. This is their first 3 movies in the DCEU. You go back and look at Marvel's first 3. The only one that still stands out is Iron Man.
I'm not saying Marvel hasn't got their problems when it comes to films. I'm just saying DC haven't been really hitting it out of the park lately.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're only 3 movies in.
See, I prefer the old
but
DC films. I prefer like the old Batman and the 1966 Batman and stuff like
but
that.
that was before the DCEU. You know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you try to talk about old Batman films, The Dark Knight is still the best Batman film to ever be put on film to me. That and the 1989 with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton was a good Batman.
Yeah, he was. He was a great Batman. That's actually where I kind of got into Batman, was that 1989 movie.
Yeah. I like the version of the Joker as well, and I just thought they were really. They hold up to time as well. I really do like those. I'd love to see Mr. Freeze reinvented though. Oh,
Me
there's a
too.
Mr. Freeze pop coming out. Mr. Freeze pop coming out. Yeah.
I bet. Well, I wonder if that's one somebody was saying that they'd like to see in that DC box that's coming. That
It's got like the dome, the proper one, not the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Yeah. Less said about that, the better.
This website saying Logan Lerman for Tim Drake, which is the guy who played Percy and Percy Jackson. I can kind of see that.
I could too. That would be good.
Evergreen. Anything else before we end up getting to our shout-outs and closing?
The Great Legend wants Mike to answer some trivia, and Mike alone. It's in the chat room.
What was the question?
1955. Who had the first on-screen movie role? Real quick.
Burt Reynolds.
Betty White. Betty White. I have no clue.
It's got to be Betty White. How much he's going on about Betty White?
Scarlett Johansson.
Tom Cruise.
He was in Rawhide.
What the fuck?
I know the answer already.
Well,
messages. Well, hi,
no,
Billy Brown.
Clint
Yeah,
Eastwood?
Oh.
Clint Eastwood, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember that now.
How about Aaron Paul for Jason Todd in Red Hood?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Aaron Paul. I liked him in Breaking Bad, but he hadn't really impressed me with anything else.
Matt Bomer as Dick Grayson in Nightwing?
I don't know. He could probably pull it off. To me, he'll always be, what's his name? Neil Cassidy? Neil Caffrey. In White Collar on USA. He's kind of like...
Is he the one that looks like the guy who plays Superman?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, so I think we're going to wrap this up, and we'll start with our shout-outs and last-minute things. I'll start with you, Ian, since you're our guest host tonight. Got any shout-outs or last-minute things?
Before, I was going to say about your competition. I'd probably talk about that if I was you.
Yes, thank you.
Shout out to BGG.
Should we do a rundown of it real quick? Mike, you want me to?
Me or you, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
Oh, it's your deal, your baby. Why don't you go ahead and give us a rundown again?
All right, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you do, we are running the Santa Who contest. It ends on the 25th, and the winner will be drawn that Friday on our live show. Get those videos out, guys. We have 4 entries already. Captain Dadpool, Daydreams and Nightmares, Matthew Movies. Guys, if I know a lot of you ain't subscribed to Matthew Movies, he's like on the Funko side, Funko Pop side of things. He's has an awesome channel. He did a video, and the one and only Rebel Comics, who is in the chat right now. So you guys are doing some awesome videos, some kind words from all of you. We appreciate it. Let's get those videos out. So we got 4 entries.
I'll have my video up in the next week, I think.
Okay, Ian, you got any other shout-outs?
Just to the people in the chat, thanks for, and you guys for having me on the show. That's really cool. I really enjoy doing live shows. I like interacting with people. It's a lot harder to do when you're on your own filming videos. So it's really cool. And shout out to the people that's been in the chat and talking along and stuff. I think that's really cool. If you're not sub to the people, then sub each other up, man. It's really cool.
Do you want the other shout outs, Mike? Or
I'm gonna shout out Uncanny Kyle Waka. He's been putting up some great videos lately. I believe he's like at 159 subs. If you're not subscribed to Kyle Waka, go sub him up. A guy just recently put up a video Faithful Comics. He did this whole Ghost Rider video, and I thought it was pretty awesome, telling the origin of Ghost Rider, where they come from. And I thought that was pretty cool. I hope he does more videos like that. So yeah, that's Faithful Comics, FATEFUL Comics. And shout out Airborne Sapper again for sending me that awesome pop. And congratulations on 25, everyone.
How about you, Jeremy?
I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Spider Grandpa for hooking me up them awesome pops that I can get to. Spider Pawpaw, hashtag it.
Hashtag that shit.
I'm going to give a shout out to BGG here. You did awesome on Shut Your Funko Mouth, man. I really enjoyed that. I want to give a shout out to Legend. My boy Legend couldn't be on the show tonight, but he's in there to my some LP in the house in the chat. Give a shout out, like y'all said, everybody in the chat room. Just give everybody a shout out. And if everybody watching the show right now, go to the Facebook page, Blast It or Stash It. If by some chance you ain't liked them, you ain't entered into the group on there, enter the group. And then, like, if you got a YouTube channel, put, like, is your real name, like, post and tell us your YouTube channel so we can, like, put a face with the names on the.
Yeah, Daydreams and Nightmares. I need you to message me on the Facebook because I can't figure you out. Just get up with me on Facebook, brother. I'll get you that code. Sorry, Trinity.
Hello. That's fine. Yeah, just give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the Blast of the Stash It crew because, 25, we hit 25 tonight, so it's only up from here. But anyway,
yeah,
that's all I got. Sub everybody up. I'm gonna be the Oprah tonight. Subs for everybody.
Sub for you, a sub for you, a sub for you. Everybody gets a sub.
And to the guy that said Justin Timberlake for Nightwing, I think it was, I'm going to unsub from you. No, I'm playing.
What's his real name? We'll kick him out of the Facebook page.
I don't know.
So a couple shout outs. I kind of gave a shout out to him earlier. Justin Byers, he just subbed to me. He's only got 45 subs. Go check him out. He's actually been in the chat tonight, which is really cool to see somebody new. Definitely appreciate that. And a friend of mine I've shouted out before, Andy Ghost. He's only got 10 subs. He just posted his, I think, 3rd video on our Facebook page. Go check him out, too. And of course, there are all our members on the Blast of the Stash It panel. For Mike for getting me or Spider Grandpa, or whoever he wants to be called tonight, for my Taskmaster for beating my little set there. Next
Sorry,
Friday.
my fault.
Hashtag that. Hashtag it.
Hashtag it.
Next Friday is going to be the Friday after Thanksgiving. I'm almost positive we're going to have a show. I think we're planned on it, but it could come about where family gets busy. We may not be on here, but we'll definitely let you guys know in the Facebook page.
I don't suffer from that. I don't have Thanksgiving.
What's that? You don't celebrate Thanksgiving?
I know. Well, no, I'm British, so I wouldn't.
That's where we separated from you guys. Okay, that's where
you just wanted 2 Christmases and pumpkin pie and 2 turkeys and greedy bastards.
Actually, I think it's July where we separated from you, but you know what I mean. So with that, I think whether you blast it, whether you stash it, happy reading, guys.
Later, guys.
Bye bye.